2125, the 15th of December 2025, Kafir, 1979. Sofia, Bulgaria. Baba Vanga's close friend, Elena Petrova, started keeping a journal. Every day, she wrote down what Vanga said. But one day, Vanga told her something unusual. Don't burn this page. Someone will find it in 2025. Elena placed that page in a special envelope and kept it safe. In March 2025, Elena's granddaughter, who had immigrated to Chicago, found that envelope while going through old family documents. Inside was a single list for zodiac signs, and beside it, this sentence, in 2026, these will remember who they are. Vanga had said something special about these signs. They are lost, but in 2026, they will find themselves. If you're feeling a lack of meaning in your life right now, maybe you're one of those for signs. And maybe 2126, the 15th of December 2025, Kafir, March is the turning point for Aries. During this period, an opportunity will come. Maybe a job offer, maybe a project idea, maybe just an internal urge. But whatever it is, it will require courage from Aries, leaving the comfort zone, taking risks, maybe even starting everything from scratch. Baba Vanga's note is clear. If Aries decides in March, they'll fly in May. In the spring months, Aries will be in transformation. April and May are discovery periods for them. They'll meet new people, learn new ideas, get passionate about new things, and slowly they'll see that they're actually rediscovering something they always knew who they are. In the summer months, action time will come. From June to August, Aries will begin bringing their own projects to life. Maybe they'll start their own business. Maybe they'll lead a social movement. Or maybe they'll just start living their lives by their own rules. But whatever they do, they're no longer in someone else's shadow. They're now radiating their own light. Autumn is consolidation time for Aries. September and October are months when they'll see the results of the steps they took. And most Aries will realize this. What they feared wasn't that scary. What they risked was actually the right choice. And the life they postponed for years was actually always there, waiting. In November and December, Aries will take on a new identity. They'll no longer be employees but creators, no longer followers but pioneers. And most importantly, they'll no longer lie to themselves. They'll be able to say, this is who I am, and that's the greatest freedom. Baba Vanga's final note. When Aries chooses leadership, the universe clears the path. Because leaders aren't randomly chosen. They're chosen at birth. If you're an Aries, 2026 is your year of leadership. You might be scared, but remember, there are no cowardly leaders. Brave people become leaders. Purpose-finding recommendations. Aries, you'll need to make a big decision in March. Be prepared. Ask, what do I want to do? Instead of what can I do? Find a mentor. Don't be alone on your leadership journey. Look into entrepreneurship, management, coaching fields. List your fears. Then face each one individually. The second sign was Gemini. Next to the note, communication is their language. But they don't know what to say yet. Gemini has always been curious. They wanted to learn everything, be everywhere, know every subject. But the problem was, they never stayed anywhere completely. They knew a little about everything, but weren't an expert in anything. And because of this, they never used their true power. 2026 is Gemini's year of focus. In January and February, an awareness will come. I know everything but create nothing thought. And this thought will disturb them. Because Gemini exists not just to gather information, but to share that information. In March, Geminis will ask themselves a question. What do I really want to talk about? Which topic fills them with passion? What message do they want to convey to the world? And this question will change everything. Because Gemini's true power isn't just talking, it's saying meaningful things. In the spring months, Gemini will choose a field. April and May are the beginning of specialization for them. Maybe they'll write, maybe do podcasts, maybe teach. But whatever they do, they'll now go deep in one subject instead of all subjects. And for the first time, this won't feel boring, because it will be their choice. Summer is production time for Gemini. In June, July, and August, they'll create content. They'll share their ideas with the world. And they'll be surprised, because people will listen to them. Not just listen, but be influenced. And for the first time, Gemini will understand, my words have value. Late August is a turning point for Gemini. During this period, they may start earning income from their work. Maybe a book deal, maybe a collaboration, maybe just people saying, teach me. But whatever it is, Gemini will see that their passion can be a profession. In the autumn months, Gemini will gain an identity. In September and October, they'll no longer be the person who knows about everything, but the expert in this topic. And this will give them credibility. People will take them seriously, consult them, and Gemini will find what they've been searching for years, belonging. November and December are community building months for Gemini. They're no longer just talking, they're leading. They're forming a group around themselves, and this group consists of people who listen to their ideas, share their vision. Gemini is finally not alone. Baba Vanga's final note: when Gemini finds their voice, the world listens, because their words are bridges. They connect people to each other. If you're a Gemini, 2026 is your year of finding your voice. Find what you wanted to say, and then say it courageously. Purpose-finding recommendations. Gemini, choose one topic, just one, and focus on it. Write every day. Notes, blog, book, whatever. Create content, video, podcast, course, article. Look into education, media, marketing, consulting fields. Be a creator, not an audience. Don't just consume knowledge, produce it. Third sign was Sagittarius. Next to the note, wanderer's soul, but hasn't taken the real journey yet. Sagittarius has always chased freedom, traveled, sought adventure, lived new experiences. But according to Baba Vanga, the real journey isn't in the outer world, but the inner world. And Sagittarius hasn't journeyed within themselves yet. 2026 is Sagittarius's year of inner exploration. In January and February, they'll feel a pause. They'll get tired of constantly being in motion. And one day, they'll sit down and ask, what am I really chasing? In March, an awareness will come. Sagittarius will realize they've been running from themselves, running from responsibility, running from confronting their true purpose. And this awareness will change everything. In April and May, Sagittarius will stop. For the first time, they'll put down roots somewhere. They'll commit to a project. They'll deepen into a relationship. And they'll be scared. Because for Sagittarius, the biggest fear is being trapped. But this time they'll understand. Attachment isn't imprisonment. It's finding soil to grow. Summer months are deep learning periods for Sagittarius. June, July, and August are times for philosophical questions. Why do I exist? What's the meaning of my life? What do I want to leave to the world? These questions will shake them deeply, but at the same time, bring them closer to their true purpose. Late August is mission-finding time for Sagittarius. During this period, Sagittarius will hear a calling. Maybe a social issue will affect them. Maybe they'll read a book and get inspired. Or maybe a voice inside will just say, do this. And this time, they'll listen. In the autumn months, Sagittarius will make action plans. September and October are strategic thinking months for them. They're no longer just dreaming. They're planning to realize. And for the first time, they're thinking long-term. Because real missions aren't completed in one day. November and December are starting months for Sagittarius. They're ready now. They're clear. They know where they're going. And this time, they're not just going. They're going somewhere. Somewhere meaningful. Baba Vanga's final message: when Sagittarius stops, they don't get lost. They find themselves. Because the real journey isn't about changing location. It's about transformation. If you're a Sagittarius, 2026 is your year of stopping and finding the path. Scary, yes, but real freedom starts right here. Purpose-finding recommendations. Sagittarius, settle somewhere. Stay in one place for at least 6 months. Fully commit to one project. Don't leave it half done. Look into philosophy, education, consulting, mentorship fields. Choose a mission, education, environment, social justice, whatever. Journal daily. Explore the inner world. The fourth sign was Pisces. Next to the note, artist soul, but hasn't created their art yet. Pisces has always been creative. Imagination limitless, intuition powerful, emotions deep. But most Pisces never used these talents because the world told them be practical, and they tried to be practical, but an artist always lived inside. 2026 will be the year that artist awakens for Pisces. In January and February, they'll feel a longing. They'll remember old passions. Maybe they loved painting as a child, or music, writing, dance. Whatever it was, that longing will return. In March, Pisces will gather courage. Maybe I can try again, they'll say. And maybe they'll take a small step. Buy a canvas, a notebook, an instrument, and they'll start. Shyly, but they'll start. In April and May, Pisces will try to make up for lost time. They'll create a little every day, and they'll see that actually they never forgot. That talent was always there, just sleeping. Summer is courage-finding time for Pisces. In June, July, and August, they'll start sharing what they create. Maybe on social media, maybe with close circles, maybe just an exhibition or performance. But they'll share, and the world will see. You really are talented. Late August is validation time for Pisces. During this period, someone will tell them you can make this a profession. And Pisces will be shocked. Really, me? But yes, really. In the autumn months, Pisces will make a decision. September and October are months for removing the boundary between art and work. What if my art becomes my job? Thought. And some will have the courage to try. They'll reduce their hours or quit their jobs and start being full-time artists. November and December are new identity periods for Pisces. They're no longer someone who paints as a hobby but painters. No longer writes in free time but writers. And this identity change will change everything. They now believe in themselves. Baba Vanga's final note: when Pisces starts creating their art, the universe supports them. Because artists heal the world's soul. If you're a Pisces, 2026 is your year of creation. Don't be afraid. The world needs your art. Purpose-finding recommendations. Pisces, remember your old passions. What did you love as a child? Do something creative for 15 minutes every day. Look into art, music, writing, therapy, spiritual guidance fields. Don't be afraid to share. Art doesn't isolate. Find a community, artists group, writers club, etc. But what about the other signs? What if you're not Aries, Gemini, Sagittarius, or Pisces? At the end of Elena's note, there was one more paragraph. The 8 signs will watch the 4 and be inspired by their courage. What does this mean? In 2026, these 4 signs will courageously chart their own paths, and the other signs will watch them. Learn these lessons. Learn from Aries. Leadership requires courage. But you're a leader too. Learn from Gemini. Your words have value. The world is waiting to listen to you. Learn from Sagittarius. Stopping isn't losing yourself. It's finding yourself. Learn from Pisces. Your art can be your job. Dreams can become real. 2026 isn't just for signs. But these 4 will open the path. And you can walk that path too. All you have to do is dare. Baba Vanga's note has been opened. 4 signs are clear. The message has been given. Now it's your turn. If you've watched this video to this point, it's not a coincidence. Either you're one of these 4 signs and it's time to take action, or someone you know is one of these signs and you need to support them. On this channel, I'll share purpose-finding guides, courage stories, and critical dates for all signs throughout 2026. Subscribe, turn on notifications. Because as Baba Vanga said, finding purpose is finding life. Write your zodiac sign in the comments. And tell me this: if everything were possible, what would you do? Really, from deep inside, what would make you happy? Based on your answers, I'll prepare special motivation videos. May 2026 be your awakening year, your purpose year, and your remembering year. Remember who you are. Remember why you're here. And courageously start being that person. See you soon. And remember, you're not here by accident. You have a purpose. And 2026 could be the year you find it.